Ladies and gentlemen, do not worry. We'll get this under control fairly quickly. We're going to see neverLAND, the Russians, a really explosive team. They've got a few players on their team, really explosive. I mean, we've seen Salt, we've seen how good he can be. The VP Prodigy player, really solid player and a really good anchor. Really, he knows how to use his utility. And we see Usman. Lost his life early there, but he's also, one of these top-class players as Quinax. Takes two for the price of one as he looks to exploit this gap that they've got at long. But lots, he's going to come across and he's going to be able to see if he can change it some little bit at all as Quinax has got three. He's going to look to take a fourth as Vieira puts a stop to him with no gun, doesn't matter. Smokes will go down, allowing Salt to cross, however. Anti-hero, the skip. He's going to come from behind. He's going to be able to not take anything. Although Ebu going to take the fight on for Vieira. Does get rid of his teammate though. Vieira by himself. Tagged down to 23. Flashed. He's not having a fun time as he's going to go down. Very, very surely. 23 points of health. One bullet will do the job. Salt, is he up to it? Can't find the head. Tapping away. As the bomb ticks down, Vieira ever so close. He's going to end up falling. As we're going to disconnect and reconnect very quickly. So, chat, what do we think? What do we think about the what do we think about this game? Have we got any score predictions in chat? I know Hawkins very vocal about his love for neverLAND. And I can see a few more people still a bit upset about the loss that SCL had. It was a bit unfortunate. However, PirateseSports feed the grinder. Canix takes 4. Ebu with 1 himself, stealing the ace. As neverLAND put up 2 after aggressive PirateseSports pistol push to get that round out of the way. As a full buy into this one. Anti-hero or JKS lover, as we love to call him. Sorry, I say we. I love to call him. He loves JKS, and I can see why. JKS is like the best player of all time. Wara, tagged down with that scout. Will it become into effect later? Lots definitely would have heard the steps. He hears the bullets. Lots' head comes flying off. As it quickly turns to a 3v4. These rifles here for PirateseSports starting to get to work, starting to get churning a little bit. As we're going to be able to see how neverLAND are going to play this one. They've got short control. Although Aragon, he's going to take extended A and he's going to look to be aggressive from that car position. They can't really go anywhere else. Vieira watching mid like a bit of a hawk. If they want, they could probably smoke off. They do have 2 smokes on them. They do have 3 flashes, 2 Molotovs. They could easily make and execute for this A side here. As it looks like that's what's going to happen. They call the smokes out. We're going to start seeing some rotates here. They might give up the bomb plant. Maybe play for the retake. I'm not quite sure. They do have 1 in CT, 1 towards his car position, 1 in pit. It'll be interesting to see. Argon, does he get a pick? Shoulder is spotted, takes the shot as he drops off the angle. Flash comes in, fully blinding him as the bomb does go down. Planted for short. As they get a free bomb plant. neverLAND. Do what they do best, get the free bomb plant. As Argon misses a second shot. Andros, he's going to be coming up from behind. He's going to want to do at least a little bit of damage. Get the 1 frag if he can. Get the 1 frag, call it a day. Usman finds 1, Ebu finds 1 himself. Down to a 2v2 as the minute as Argon gets traded. All comes down to Andros from this short position. Usman, he's going to take cover on ramp. Andros gets the frag, does not have the time as this bomb's going to go off. Beautiful round from neverLAND to turn nothing into something there. They had very limited map control and they just played slow. They played their game. PirateseSports, they come out with just the 1 gun. And they come out with a damaged economy. I mean, we're talking 3200 is their 3250 is their max, right? Andros may be able to drop over a rifle if he wants to, if they choose to save, and they probably are. They're going to upgrade pistols, play around this AK. It'll be, you know, interesting to see how PirateseSports defend. They're leaning 3 towards his B side here, and that nade might do some damage. It does. Argon so low to 35 points of health. He's not going to be happy. And they're starting to push tons. Anti-hero, he's got a bit of work to do. Has to find at least one and does. Gives up an AK, however. Two on the A site. Mid control is taken. Beautiful shot. Usman finds the head of Andros. What a shot. What a shot. There goes the AK. Saved over from last round. Argon with the AK they've picked up from this one. Lots low. They're going to push Ebu. Good for one. Salt gets the trade on Lots. Hold down to Vieira. 1v3. Deagle in hand. No AK, however. As they're going to try keep it away from him. Finds the head of Usman. Beautiful shot. Vieira continues to push forward. Will be taken down by Knacks, however. As Orp recovered for neverLAND. Vieira, a little bit of economical damage at the end there as PirateseSports look to fall by into this one. Anti-hero went down early, did take one with him, however, just wasn't good enough with the pistols that they had. And that AK nearly came back to bite neverLAND in the arse. Vieira tagged down on this long aggression. Lots has a bit of work to do here from mid. Smoke will go over. He'll end up falling to his own one-way. Argon blocking the dual orb setup here, the Portuguese. That nade will do a little bit of damage, but he moved out the way. Forced off the line by the nade. As they explode through mid. Wara finds one. Wara finds two. Wara trade. Usman finds a second. Usman and Gomez. If anyone knows that restaurant, there's a restaurant here in Australia, as Ebu gets the trade. Andros only good for one, and Usman picks up 3 for the round. He's had an absolute blind. He picks up 4 actually. Where did he pick up the first? neverLAND 5-0. A really interesting squad they have here. I know. I was speaking to Anti-Hero yesterday after their win. Against Lucent, overtime, Ancient. It was a really good game. A really strong game. A few rounds could have gone either way. That really turned the tide of that match as Usman finds an early pick. But yeah, he said that this squad really starting to come into their own. The additions of some heavy firepower like Salt, Usman, some stable calling, you know, expected calling from the same IGL over and over again. It's not a bit of a shamble when it comes to the IGL calling, and I think that's really helped this team as Canix starts to play aggressive, ends up losing an AK for it. These Eagles starting to get to work, however it is a 4v3 as the bomb goes down. It'll be a difficult retake for PirateseSports. Even if they do win it, they're going to have to give up at least 2 frags, maybe even a third. It will be after time, which will be unfortunate. As PirateseSports look to take mid-control. Andros nearly takes Salt down. Salt probably shitting himself. Down below 10 bullets to finish off that spray. A little bit scrappy, don't mind it at all. But yeah, I was speaking to Anti-Hero, and you know, the amount of work that this neverLAND team puts in, especially players like Salt and Usman, who are playing for their economy. You know, the amount of work these guys put in over and over again throughout, you know, weeks and months, it becomes really impressive. They watch so much Counter-Strike that they even know a little bit about Oceanic Counter-Strike, and I don't know how many Europeans can say that. But yeah, these guys are putting in a lot of work, and it's really showing when they get into the survey. It's really showing when they take these rounds. I mean, they're 6-0ing Pirates. I don't think I've ever seen a 6-0 lead against Pirates in my lifetime, right? And I don't think I'll ever see another one again. Not for a little while, at least, right? But these neverLAND boys, they're working, and it's showing. And it's a little bit of a wake-up call to the rest of the SCL that, you know, if you want to come in and win, you got to do a little bit of work. It sort of, you know, gives off. It sort of creates, you know, this. How do you say it? It creates this sort of bubble within the SCL, where it just creates the divide gap bigger between these teams, right? PirateseSports, yeah, they're gonna have a bit of a rough game. It looks like it early on. Especially with the way that they're calling, especially with the way their economy is working. Their economy's scuffed. Let's be real here. I mean, they lose this one, they get full gun bonus. Vieira, Warrior can probably buy one each. If they do all get wiped out, you know, if they save a gun here, it becomes a huge bonus to them. If Vieira, Warrior all live. 44 seconds left as we're going to see neverLAND start to make a play. Towards his short position, Warrior down so low, he's going to end up falling. That's the one gun you didn't want to lose, Arrogant. He's going to be mollied out of the contest. Smokes go out onto the side, the cross, deadly. As smokes fade, and the dust settles. Argon falls, beautiful protection from Ebu looking for a second. Usman comes to his defense, like Ebu did so many minutes ago. Canix has a little bit of work to do. Lots by himself with the AWP. He's going to find one. Can't find the second, however, as it's 7-0. Pirates definitely strong enough to come back. The Pirates are an incredible team. We've seen teams like Pirates. We've seen teams like SCL. They have the potential to be as strong as some of the better teams in this league. As we've got Vieira coming in with the Gator. You love to see it. Warrior with the AWP, investing all of his coin very, very quickly. You know, we've seen teams with really strong potential when it comes to skills, when it comes to their ability within the server, right? Yeah, it comes to point mentality. You know, there's so many factors that go into Counter-Strike. If you can keep up the same mentality as 0-0 while you're 7-0 down, it goes a long way for your teammates. You know, I'm not a former competitive player or anything, but you sort of get to understand that there's a sort of mentality that you have to keep, as we're going to see a bit of a short-lived retake here. Lots. Beautiful one tap. Oh, Canix. I'm calling him Canix, is that right? He'll let me know. He'll yell at me. Salt falls. There's a 3-on-1 turns. 4-on-1 turns to a 3-on-1, and Usman puts an end to that fantasy. As neverLAND they opt to not rock with the dual AWP setup. But yeah, as I was saying, it comes down to that mentality as neverLAND look to continue pushing a strong mentality. Usman finds a pick at mid, trying to triple stack those mid doors. Ends up costing a life on PirateseSports as they get down to lower tons quite quickly. Usman gets a second pick. He's on fire with the AWP early on. Oh, Hawkins, don't worry. The PirateseSports are strong enough. They're a strong team. Like, individually wise, they're strong enough to, you know, beat some of the better teams. You know, we've seen them play grand finals of SCL, right? Of the SCL Cash Cups. Sorry, not the league. We haven't had a grand final yet. Stay tuned for that. That's going to happen between the 3rd or the 5th of December. So make sure you keep your eyes out. Keep the dates free because that's going to be a huge event. Argon finds 2. Looking for a 3rd. We'll find it. Argon slowly bringing this one back, and it's all down to Ebu. He ends up falling as PirateseSports put up their first round. Rounds like that go a long way in the PirateseSports camps. Yeah, but no, PirateseSports definitely a team that's strong enough to come back from this. You know, we just got to wonder if it's a off day for PirateseSports or neverLAND just hitting everything. You know, it just comes down to that. Like, if you're popping heads in warm-up and there's no way that you're going to stop popping heads in warm-up, it becomes a really good battle to see exactly how, you know, the stronger teams match up against you. Because we're going to see Anti-Hero find one. Vieira gets the trade. Salt loses his life. Vieira holding down this long position, finds 3. As Lots finds one elsewhere, we're going to see Canix by himself in the 1v3. Vieira looking to start being a little bit aggressive now. He's got the backup of Androx. Both of them extremely low, however. A minute left to play as the young Russian looks to make a little bit of get his name out there just a little bit. 1v3 clutch wouldn't look too bad on the resume. As neverLAND look to make their run for playoffs. Slow and steady wins the race, and he's following that. 40 seconds left to go. Does have to deal with 2 from long. Is he prepared for that? Both are pretty low, however. As the bomb does go down, 30 seconds. Lots gets the info. As they start to slowly push out, Canix finds one. Will he find Lots? Lots is the big kill here. Can't find it. Vieira finishes the job. Both of them. 30 points of health between them. 30 or 40? 30, 30, 30. It's 30. It's 30. Yep, I can't count. That's alright. I'm doing a bit of NA counting. That's alright. We can deal with that just a little bit. As neverLAND give up a second. You know, what could have been if Canax just hit that shot on Lots, found the head. And then, who knows, we may have seen Vieira have to come up clutch in the 1v1. But, PirateseSports live to die another day. As neverLAND look to continue their push towards that playoff race that we've seen, you know, a little bit. It's come fairly close in the pub division at the minute. It's become really tight up the top. And I mean, with teams like Endangered planning to win it, there are lots of teams who are trying to win. We're seeing Martin Rising up there. We're seeing I Play Window, the only team undefeated. You know, the polls are going to look to keep that streak going. They've had a few forfeit wins, however, so it's not a completely legitimate undefeated run for them. And they haven't faced off teams like neverLAND, teams like PirateseSports, teams like SCL, teams like Martin Rising. You know, we're yet to see, you know, the actual strength of that I Play Window team. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see how they compete when it does come to playoff time. Because playoff, we're talking best of threes, we're talking, you know, some not one and done maps, right? As mid looks to be the aim for this neverLAND side. neverLAND look to explode. The Russians get to work, spraying through the smoke. Warrior gets so many tags, it's unfair. Salt entries into the side. Usman. I keep saying Usman. His name's Yumson. Yumson? I don't know. Man, 3v3 on the retake. PirateseSports may look to save these guns. Oh, they might have a look in. And they will. Yumson finds one. Got it right. As there. Might want to chase after these PirateseSports boys. The 2 guns saved as neverLAND come out with round number 9 for them. Oh, Jammer's here. Hi, Jammer. Sorry, I didn't see you. My bad. Two rifles, all that Pirate come into this one with. It's going to be interesting to see how they buy up around them. Warrior, beautiful flick from Yumson. It's such a pleasure watching this kid play. Argon uses the rifle as well, finds an early pick. As they recover a third rifle. PirateseSports starting to build up their collection slowly. Argon finds one, finds a second car, find the third anti-hero, comes in, trying to save the day for neverLAND as Ebu looks to get aggressive here. Lots drops, finds the kill with the 5-7 as anti-hero by himself in the 1v3. Won't be able to find anything. Vieira puts the dreams of neverLAND to get 10 on hold just for a moment. PirateseSports on 3. They're going to look to see if they can start getting a few rounds here. I mean, we're talking a bit of a weakened economy for the Russians, as they're going to buy up. They're going to force into this one. That's a gutsy call. Forcing into this one. Armor, Deagles, AK, Galil. They're definitely trying to see if they can break the PirateseSports economy. See if they can swarm. I should play in a show match, should I? Oh, I hope not. Oh, my ping? No. Warra goes down early. PirateseSports looks to get aggressive here. And Vieira looks to be soon overrun and is. neverLAND starting to get aggressive towards this A side. Argon crossing his T's, dotting his I's. He's going to be big here. He needs to find at least 2. Does find the 1. Can't find a second. Andros playing with this one way. He's going to get tagged. Shot, however. Andros is going to fall. Canix gets the kill. It's all down to lots. 1v3 for the AWPer. So he looks to turn away. We'll find any hero coming from behind as neverLAND pick up 10. I mean, if you want to watch Silvers play... Oh, what team would be more like Silver? Maybe Spirit without Someday Young? Spirit without Someday Young. Might be Silver as you get. As Lods gets tagged. Yumson has been on fire. He's just finding picks left, right and centre. He's nearly on 20 kills. As Lots, 11 HP. He's going to continue to get aggressive. Will fall. Tags up Salt, however. As these Deagles look to slowly be picked off one by one as they're all spread out across the map. You know, we're seeing Andros starting to get aggressive towards Tons. We're seeing Vieira. Oh, hell yeah. I'm actually joining Coben's team. Andros. Good for 1. Vieira falls. Vieira is that elusive sort of player that Pirates have. You know, he's able to clutch up whenever he wants, essentially. He's got that skill level. He does have the mental to keep, you know, a positive mindset in these games, especially when it's getting rough. As Argon coming up from behind will fall. neverLAND pick up 11 as we head in around 15. neverLAND looking to make this 12. A 12-3 scoreline would almost keep Pirates out of this. But yeah, me and Coben, we're gonna rock the cash cups on my 300 ping. Easy, easy. Vieira can't find a pick. Warra does get the anti-hero trade there. Fighting through the flames. The skipper leads from the front. Salt picked off by Lots. The AWPer for PirateseSports has had a little bit of a quiet day today. Yumson definitely overshadowing and once again gets that frag. He's on 20 for the day. He's had an absolute blinder. He's looking to get aggressive with this AWP. Sees the leg of Warra, drops him. We're going to see a 3v4. Ebu waiting for the push. Aragon just getting too aggressive, and it's all down to Andros. 1v3. Almost looked like the scoreline is going to be 12-3 early. Andros takes the fight through mid, tagged. He's going to go below 80. He's going to look to get aggressive on Ebu. Does find the frag on Ebu. Picks up an AK for his troubles. 24 points of health, however. Will have to deal with the AWP of Usman. Sorry, Yumson. You know what? We're gonna get better at this. we're gonna practice his name. Yumson. Yumson. Molotov's gonna do a little bit of chunk damage. 21 points of health for Andros. Not able to find Knax. It's Knax. Gets the frag. Andros wasn't able to find anything. The bomb goes off. 3-12. A good first half from these Russians. Now they've got to be able to keep this momentum. We're talking Yumson 21-7. He's had an absolute blinder of a day. He's had an incredible day. I mean, there's a reason he's a VP Prodigy player. Let's just say that, all right? You know, Salt, he's played well. He's gone 10 and 10. You know, numbers wise, isn't the best, but he's still having those impact frags. He's still, you know, using his utility effectively. It'll be really interesting to see what his enemies flashed and grenade damage is. It'd be really interesting to see all that. Who else? Canax has had a quiet game. He's had a quietly good game. I just want to preface that it's been quietly good. You know, it hasn't been too. I don't know the words. I'm losing words. But no, he's had a quietly good game. He's quietly just been, you know, getting his work done, playing his role, doing what he does. Essentially, it's what we expect out of him. But yeah, PirateseSports, they've really lacked. They don't have that firepower that we normally see them as they continue to push on towards this B site. Knax overran. Bomb goes down for PirateseSports as neverLAND look to retake quickly and get into this B side quickly. One of the harder ones to retake. So they split into two groups. They're going to wait for the Yumson and Salt to play around. Footsteps should be heard. Yumson finds one. Lots gets the trade. Yumson, he's on fire. Yumson's found two. Yumson looking for a third. Ebu, Salt take one each. Down to Lots and Yumson. This is not a fight I'd want to be in if I was Lots. 10-second defuse. Does he have it? Oh. The Russians clutch it up. Beautiful round from Yumson. Found heads. Popped them off. Beautiful. Beautiful retake. There's nothing more that you can say about that. That's just a perfect retake there from Yumson. Found 3 heads. You know, clutched up when he had to. Great round from him. Great round from him. He's played phenomenally, although it's good for PirateseSports to, you know, get that bomb down. It gives them a bit more money. It gives them something to play with. Gives them that extra firepower that, you know, we've been lacking. And it's gonna be interesting to see how this PirateseSports team can look to aggress with these guns, as we see 2 of them drop and pretty much immediately Argon falls. Salt connects from this long position. So much damage. It's all down to Andros, the Galil in hand. As Yumson looking to get rid of him, and he does. neverLAND slowly picking apart the Portuguese. They're 14 to 3. Let's say 4 to 13. That's not it. 3 to 14, neverLAND. Looking to put this one to bed early. Looking to send us all home. Send us to bed early. After they were a little bit late joining the server. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. They've put on a show. They're committing 3 towards this long position early. Maybe for the util. Salt gets tagged. Salt looking to get aggressive. As Ebu finds the frag. And this mid control from Pirates. Gonna start popping off just a little bit. This mid control looking to start, you know, start getting something moving for PirateseSports. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a B split here. And it looks like neverLAND are completely aware of it. They've pushed 2 over towards the B site. We don't see them do this quite often. We've seen Knack start to get aggressive on this short position. We've seen, you know, Ebu start to get aggressive towards bedroom. Andros falls elsewhere, but this fight, it's going to be crucial here. Vieira finds the pick. Found Ebu, overextended himself. As Knax looks to quickly come in and trade, and does. As A looks to be the fight here. Lots falls. It's all down to Argon by himself. 1v2 from this long position. Not able to do anything. Deleted by Knax. Match point. 15 to 3. We're going to be able to see if these neverLAND boys, do they put it to bed early, or do they say, you know what, you can stay up for a couple more minutes, you know, maybe get another round of casual in before you got to head to bed. You know, does PirateseSports have the fight to come back into this one? It all comes down to what Coben was saying before, that mental. And, you know, how crucial it is, especially in a game as mentally draining as Counter-Strike. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, how the Portuguese come back from such a large deficit, if they do it all. Right? It all comes down to if they can and if they will. Utility comes in towards his B side here. Knax finds one out in the open. Vieira falls. Knax tags up Andros, my apologies. Argon finds a second, looking to find a third. He's starting to slowly pop off and start to get the cogs turning in the second half. Four v 3 on the retake. PirateseSports slowly getting it all working together, as it looks like it might be a save for the Russians. They saved. Salt can drop over a gun. Anti-hero can probably buy himself. It's a smart decision. Smart economical decision. We haven't seen too many of them tonight, but this one, it's one of them. This is one of them. Bomb goes off. We're going to start to see the T's go hunting just a little bit to try pull some of these guns away. Andros not able to find anything. They lose 2 guns in the process. PirateseSports, it's all falling apart as that bomb explodes. As their economy is starting to look a little bit dire. If they force into this one, they're not going to have full utility. And that's going to be crucial. You know, we're not going to underestimate the power of utility. We're talking to Galil for Vieira. As they just have enough to get themselves situated in the right sort of area. Usman takes one early. Takes a second full blind, Usman. Yumson. Oh, I don't even care what your name is anymore. It's an incredible play. Finds 2 for the price of 1 at that long position. As an absolute gunfight ensues. Salt drops down a molly while he can, as Umson does enough. neverLAND 16, PirateseSports 4. What a showing. What a showing from the Russians. GG's everywhere. That's an incredible game. That's probably one for the history books within the SCL. That's a hell of